Okay, so this is going to be just a quick guide on some of the friction points I've been running into with my students for the UC application. First is the major choices. They'll give you two choices, the first choice and an alternate major choice for every single campus. You want to make sure your major choice is aligned with your academic profile and your strength. Hopefully, you've talked to someone about that and have a rational decision there. The alternate major, it varies with students as to whether you want to try casting a wider net and going for something undecided or going for a secondary interest. Have I seen students get accepted for their second major? Does the alternate major even matter? I've seen students not even select an alternate major. I think that's a mistake. I think if the school really likes you or they see that there's something else for you that would be a good fit, the alternate major could be that second option, that second swing. For the UC San Diego College rankings, I don't know why they grayed out this UI. I don't think that was a good idea because a lot of students have been glazing over rank colleges for the UC San Diego system. There are 8 colleges for UCSD. Your job is to rank them. Usually students miss this link right here to read about why that's the case. Why do we even have to rank these different things? So if you click that, it gives you a full comprehensive kind of understanding and guide. Please read through it. If you don't want to and just want the quick, answers for this, it boils down to general education requirements for most students and synergizing each college's differences in general education requirements to their major choice and their career direction. If you don't want to go look into all that, just go onto Google, type in UC San Diego College Rankings, pre-med or engineering or business, whichever direction you're going for, and just put in Reddit at the end. Read through some of those threads. They'll give you pretty decent information. Make sure your information that you get from Reddit is more up to date 2021, 2022. Activities. This is different than the Common App. They are not going to give you separate 5 honors and 10 activities. They're just going to give you up to 20 to put in altogether. So for my students, I've started with the Common App for a lot of them because they've applied early. You want to take your 10 activities and then you want to kind of splice in, pepper in your awards. That gets you to 15, right? Because you have 10 activities from the Common App, 5 awards, and then you can have 5 more to get to 20. Now, I provided a worksheet link at the bottom. You do want to, in my opinion, start thinking and planning it out before you pop it into the actual application itself. The reason why is once you put it in, you can't really change the order. This leads to several questions. Jay, does the order matter? I've heard mixed reviews about this, so I'm not sure. But my argument would be, why not just organize it anyways? I think like a week ago, I heard and read about how when UC campuses do receive your application, there's a system that'll automate it where they'll just combine all the awards and put it in one category, and then they'll have all the activities. They'll like separate the activities out. Nonetheless, doesn't hurt to just have a plan of how you want to fill it out. So here's the order for UC activity descriptions. Until I have full confirmation that the order doesn't matter, I'm going to assume that it in some cases might. So play it safe there. They will give you, unlike the UC applications, different kinds of drop-down options. So to show you an example of that, you have activities, you can choose the differences. You have EPPs, you have extracurricular activities, you have other coursework, and you'll notice that based on the label that you choose, the category that you choose, it changes sometimes what types of text fields will come up. So for example, here you have a 250 character description and a 350 character description. But then if you go to another, let's say extracurricular activity, it's just one 350 character description. A question I've been getting a lot about this, Jay, do I need to max out all 350 characters? I don't think so. I think a sweet spot is anywhere from 200 to 300. Even something as short as 150, if you recall, the Common App had a 150 character limit. I should be okay with that. Let's see, what else? Scholarships. So if you're going to scholarships, one thing you want to note is that if you want to even be eligible or consider anything of value here, you have to be filling out the FAFSA. or the California Dream Act application. So it says right here, to be considered for every type of financial aid possible, including the scholarship listed below. So if you're not applying for FAFSA or the California Dream Act, whatever you check mark here isn't really going to matter. For those who are and want to be considered for scholarships, how significant is this, Jay? I haven't really found it to be that significant. I tell my students just to click on it, each of the relevant indicators here. And oftentimes what I've seen kind of transpire as a result is they give their email, your email address to the related institutions, and I guess they'll spam you with emails with scholarship opportunities. That's kind of what I've seen come out of that. Lastly, the additional comment section is right here. It's underneath the PIQs, or the 4 UCSAs that you're going to have to write. It's 550 word limited instead of 650. And one of the things I want to point out is in the Common App, they gave you a UI that showed clearly you can do bold, italics, and underline. In the UC application, they don't give you that indicator, but lo and behold, you can do that. You can underline. So for example, you could do that. So you just got to know the keyboard shortcut keys. I'm hoping you guys know the keyboard shortcut keys by now, like Control U for underline, Control B. So bolding, you could bold it. Usually when you're giving additional comments, you want to make sure that it's legible. It's something that's organized and structured, so it's rewarding for the people to read it. Usually I tell my students for the Common App that you have to use the preview button to see how it'll officially look. On the UC app, that preview button is comprehensive. It's at the very end. So when you're clicking review and submit, there's a print version option. So that's how you're going to be able to see what your input will officially look like. Make sure that it looks good on the print version preview. Other than that, yeah, I'll just leave it at it. Link to the worksheet down below. Yeah, that's about it.